What you're telling me is that you have discovered a planet beyond Pluto. That is obviously the missing planet, and thank goodness that we found it here in Bristol, Connecticut. I think in the beginning we were cult figures. There was a lot of people in the back of their minds, myself probably included, saying, boy, if there's only a channel that just did sports, it just talked to me.
ESPN started out as this real neat vision of what sports television might become, and that vision has come to fruition. We are the biggest producer of sports in the world. We happen to also think that at the same time, we do it better than anybody.
When we began, I mean, in numbers, there were 60 or 70 of us. Now there's, what, 1,000. No matter how we've changed, we've remained the same.
There's a spirit to the environment here that's unlike any other place. People are joined together with kind of a mission, and they take that mission very seriously.
Sports is the only reality that we have.
What we ask people to do here is really borders on the inhumane at times.
We do it at a pace that seems frighteningly fast.
Add the whole thing together. Works out really well.
Day in and day out, 24 hours a day, really, this room's in action. There's about 100 things happening simultaneously. Announcers writing their scripts, producers putting rundowns in the computer, directors in control rooms and pre-production, preparing sports centers 3 times a day, as well as the various specialty shows, the NBA Todays, the NFL Game Days, the Baseball Tonights, the College Game Days.
In this room tonight, we'll be doing 4 baseball games. We'll have 11 more games filling up the monitors over there, and we'll be coming from that game to this game to this game to that game to this game.
A lot of us are in here like 18 hours. You know, we come in at 6 o'clock in the morning, we're not gone until midnight.
It gets to be controlled mayhem.
Organized mayhem.
Thinly veiled, controlled insanity.
They pay us to watch sports.
We're there every day for you. We're not there once a week. We're putting our best jacket on in time, putting a nice slick half hour together, then we'll see you next Sunday. It didn't work that way here, because we got to do another show 4 hours from now.
I've heard from many people that sports editors across the country and people who produce local TV sports watch ESPN in order to find out what their mandate is for their audiences the next day.
We do our homework, we do research, we dig out the stuff that's not obvious. What you see here is really more than highlights. It's like a full game report. If you're living in New York, you're not going to see the Green Bay-Philadelphia game unless you watch NFL Primetime. No one else in the country is going to cut you a 2 or 3 minute highlight package of that game. But in that 2 or 3 minutes, I guarantee you, you'll know as much about that game as somebody who sat and watched that game, because that is what we do.
I think that the viewers come to ESPN with a notion that they're going to get something different.
They know that we're not going to insult them with the obvious. Babe Ruth played baseball. Duh. We have a very sophisticated audience, but then we also know that we have people that may be tuning in for the first time. They may not watch sports locally, but they tune into us and are like, can they possibly be having that much fun?
People now realize, hey, I just heard this happen, let me turn to ESPN, maybe they're going to do something on it. Let's say a boxing match, a heavyweight title fight occurs, they know ESPN will go to the post-fight coverage. If it was on pay-per-view and you didn't see the fight, well, you'll turn to us because we'll have the news.
If Mike Tyson's on trial, or Magic Johnson has a press conference, or there is a big tragic news event, an earthquake at a World Series, the only place to go is ESPN. It's not CNN, it's not NBC, it's not CBS, it's not ABC. The first place to be for sports is ESPN.